Welcome to this episode of Waking Up with Plants. My name is Madeleen and I work together with plant consciousness on the embodiment of qualities of life. In the last two episodes, the plant spirit or consciousness of Ribwort Plantain or narrow-leaf plantain has shared their wisdom, and this week we conclude with the third part of that message. We've really built up to this message. I feel like plantain has shown the qualities of their leaves, the body wisdom that is held in their leaves, and how their stem grows. And now we reached the top, like their seed head, and they will speak about the qualities that are held there. So without further ado, I will read to you what message came through. It's about how to truly become a light warrior. The world around us may still be filled with pollution of all kinds at the moment, and that can feel poisonous to the skin. But every situation you come in contact with carries its own antidote. This is a powerful key to holding your awareness. It activates your innate resourcefulness to look for openings and not get focus locked on obstructions. Today we enter the realm of qualities of the elven and samurai. They embody creative mastery to work with whatever ingredients. They move with any force at play and use it to support their intended movement or their intention. They know that every situation always comes with the means to turn a certain force or movement towards love and unity. They wait for the openings to show themselves, for spirit or the divine to highlight an opening that leads to a higher purpose, a higher version of the scene playing out. This is how they change timelines, jumping from timeline to timeline and adjusting the outcomes of situations, how they change and form reality. This is done from a softened and open heart space, about which I shared more in my first message. A hardened heart locks your focus, creates tunnel vision and stiffness. A softened heart makes flexible and quick on the feet, enabling you to jump whenever an opening lights up. Such a heart offers no resistance to anything, to any incoming information. Do you feel the level of trust in life here? A heart so open that it surrenders fully to the moment, lets everything flow through, has no attachments. This ensures smooth passage. And this is what I mean by becoming defenseless. It's a mastery level of protection. Because you don't let fear be a player, your senses open up without censorship and you become more aware. It opens your consciousness to the different timelines, the different evolutionary possibilities that each moment carries within itself. Plantain now shows their ribs, their leaf nerves, and link these to timelines, which also gives me a glimpse in why they called these lines longitudes in the last episode, the longitudes of the earth, that we also name in minutes and that we use for time measurement. And now plantain shows their leaves in the shape of feet. Carry this quality of changing timelines, outcomes of situations in your feet, in action. This is how you become a true light warrior. with a wink at light, referring to light-footed. Shifting outcomes to higher purpose at will. Plantain now shows their role in our history, or at least one example of it. A story of where the plant plantain played the role of the antidote, represented it, and spread exactly the quality of this message around the world, or rather sowed it. Plantain is also called a white man's footprint because wherever white men traveled, they spread plantain seeds, probably carrying the seeds in the mud of their shoe profile and the horse's hooves. This happened, for example, when European colonists invaded North America. And Plantain says about this, "See, this archetypal story about a dominating movement carries me as an exact antidote or remedy. A resource with the information on how to turn the tide of dominating energies and not to be touched by them." This is so timely. Better yet, because the nature of creation is never wasteful, how you can even let yourself be lifted by those energies and utilize them. This is alchemy. This is a practice in energetic alchemy. I keep envisioning martial arts movies where a warrior escapes impossible ambushes, running and jumping over rooftops. Our daily struggles may not look that spectacular on the outside, but we all know that our daily challenges and the challenges of this time could certainly use some alchemical martial arts. Right, plantain now shows their stem slowly rising, humble and in dignity, and where their blooming seed head as a crown with antenna. And this is what they share about that. Indeed, cosmic antenna, let me let you in on how you can sense movements, events, before they happen. And they remind me of this scene of The Matrix, where Leo has this slow motion state of awareness and can dodge bullets. Everything is energy first, before it takes on a manifest physical form. The more subtle the information you can pick up, the greater the space to determine your next step. Remember when I shared in my first message that the physical skin, the outer layer of your biofield, reads all incoming information? They work together as one super intelligent skin membrane. And Plantain shows the word membrane now as membrane, like our brain, and referring to the link with our brain. Indeed, your brain, your crown, functions like a radio station with antenna. The more you train your physical senses to pick up information with great precision, the more your cosmic antenna will activate, which further enriches your experience with an even wider information spectrum. Your antenna immediately inform your senses with what they pick up on, and your body will respond to this information. Have you ever experienced your body reacting before your head knew what was going on? That's this phenomena. You suddenly turn left, and on the right an accident happens moments later. Often you don't even see how many timelines are dodged or jumped, individually and collectively. Or maybe you've followed a gut feeling, or taken a leap without knowing exactly what it was for or where it would lead to. This is following a movement before your mind understands it. Train your senses and practice your trust in your all-encompassing guidance, the aspect of you that sees and understands those pathways that are simply not yet visible in the physical, or not visible from the perspective with your feet bound to earth. Elves and samurai are deeply connected to the aspect of themselves that has wings, that has bird's eye view, and that is reflected in how they move. A very effective exercise to train this sensory perspective is become aware of the birds around you. Learn to understand their language. This automatically improves your connection to your entire sensory palette, which can consciously pick up on more and more subtle information from the World Wide Web, including the lightest energy winds that do not yet have shape. You will be able to follow their trail, and you will no longer be beaten around the ears with events that only push you into a reactive mode. You will be ready, waiting along the side of the road, right where a wagon is about to pass in the direction of your next destination. You just have to hop on, and it will take you there with 0 point energy. And with that, Plantain ends their message and the journey we made together over the past few episodes. Like last episode, they give so many little windows, openings into the potential of our future. For example, I really like to comment on 0 point energy here as a small hint at how we will learn to deal sustainably with energy on this earth. The exercise about bird language also reminded me of something Echinacea shared in the previous season. They shared a different practice, an exercise where you can go into nature and tune in with your body intelligence. I will share a link to that below. You can travel on with Plantain by doing the body activation, the Plantain Plant Session, to integrate the wisdom of these messages. I lead you deep within yourself in this session, and from there you connect with the consciousness of Plantain, who will share their medicine with you. This has a deep effect on your body and consciousness, and it also provides you with an entrance to stay connected and discover your unique connection with Plantain and what that has to tell you. What I really appreciate about Plantain is their disarming, heart-soothing presence that at the same time is strong and clear like a warrior, a true light warrior really. I thank Plantain for their absolutely generous sharings over the past weeks, and I thank you for being here. I will be back with a new episode before the next new moon. So bye for now, and until then.